This is Pastor Maureen from Living Today, and we have yet another exciting conversation on this evening. I have a wonderful, wonderful young lady here with me, and I cannot wait for you to get to know her just the way I've known her and gotten to know her even more over the past few years. We have the wonderful Miss Bianca Morgan with us. She is an author, a screenwriter, a director, and on meeting her, she has opened up my imagination. She has opened up my spirit to all things creative. And it's just been wonderful to see her at work. And we're going to be talking about just everything. We want to get to know her some more. So I want to present her here on Living Today, because whatever she has to share with me, she has to share with you, and whatever she has that I am going to glean from, I hope you do the same. So I just want to welcome you.
Thank you for having me, Pastor.
You're welcome. And so I feel like we have known each other for a little while, yes. And I don't want to cheat the audience, but I want to. It was wonderful to watch you, and I was inspired being directed by you. And you know, just working behind the scenes, I told her that I was her minion. And so in coming here today, I had some questions, because then in you being an author, being a screenwriter, being a director, and having plays that you have directed, shows that you have written about. And so I wanted you to talk, because I wanted to ask you some questions about what inspired you.
Okay. Okay, where would you like to start? And thank you for having me
You're
here.
welcome. You're welcome.
I love the setup. I
Yes.
love the presence here. It's really amazing.
Thank you. We did our best for you.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask you now, what drives you?
My motivation.
Yes.
What in regards to writing?
Yes.
Creativity.
Uh-huh.
What motivates me? I would say, I guess life, family, things that you go through in life, and just the idea of purpose as well. And when it comes to creativity, everything that I guess produce or write
Yes.
comes from, whether it's personal experiences or things that I've seen growing up around me as a young Christian, growing up in the church. All that I've written about comes from experience, whether mine or those around me.
Right. And so I've seen some of your body of work, and I realized that you're an author. And
Yes.
so I wanted to, because I'm an aspiring author myself, and so I wanted to find out from you what inspired you to start writing, that you even published a book, and it's
right.
called A Lady Thing.
Yes, a lady thing.
Yes.
What inspired me to write a book? That it's interesting, because I was around the age of 18.
Uh-huh.
I was just going into college, and it sort of happened that I had to take some time off from college.
Yeah.
Due to financial reasons. Grew up with a single mom, couldn't afford to pay for college anymore. So doing 1 year, having to be home after that,
Yes.
no longer could afford it. In that season of my life, it was when God spoke to me. Being home, not going to school, not working, being young, prime in my teenage years. In that moment, it was actually a vision from God that I had when I was asleep, that inspired me to start pursuing writing.
Wow.
In that season of my life.
So in terms of wanting to empower young women, that means it has something to do from your personal life also. And so if you care to share.
Of course. I grew up with all women, a family of women.
Yes.
Single mom, being raised by a single mom. Father wasn't present. My sisters, all girls, no
Yes.
boys, no brothers, I would say, right? So growing up in a home of women and us facing the world together,
Yes.
that has been the underlying motivation for a lot of things in my life, especially creativity and trying to reach the female audience. So I've
Yes.
seen, brokenness when it comes to my mom going through phases in life, trying to make ends meet to provide for a family. And through that, it just continued to push me, to drive me to say, hey, you know what? Let's go to college, do well, graduate. Unfortunately, you get to college and you can't afford it. So in that moment of having to take time off from school was where I actually found purpose or came across my purpose in life.
Okay.
Which presented itself in my first book
Uh-huh.
to the female audience, A Lady Thing.
Okay. So give me a chapter from that book and tell me about it.
Okay, I start out talking about identity for myself personally. The book starts out with who am I?
Okay.
Asking that question, and it's a question that I have to answer in different seasons of my life. Who am I? Who are we as a woman in this world, being defined by so many different things in life? So when it comes to who am I wanted to ask females that question and also empower them towards the answer as well.
Exactly. And so the question is, which I think is very important, to understand, who are you? Do you like vanilla ice cream or strawberry?
Neither.
You know, just to know that one key thing or something important about yourself.
Right.
And so other people cannot guess who you are, but you know exactly who you are for yourself to know, I like neither.
Right.
You
And being okay with
and
that.
being okay with it. And so the identity portion, sometimes I think we're shied away from it, you think, or because we just never was given the opportunity or guided to even respond or to ask that question for ourselves.
Cultivate that within yourself,
To
right?
cultivate it within yourself. And so this is the portion which I'm telling you that I'm inspired by her, because to do that and to recognize that at a young age, to know that self-identity is important for you to progress in this world. Right. And so as I'm hearing you speak about your mom, and in the natural progression where you want to make someone proud, right, and you want to do something for her to stand up to say that is my child. Yeah. And so what about her or your situation living with having a single parent that really propelled you to say, you know what, I don't care what is happening, what is that one thing that propelled you to say, I am going for this? Because to do your body of work, and I've seen it, and for it to come to full life, this is the part that I want you to tell me about, because I want to know how you have a conversation with someone, right, and then you take that idea and create a full production. You know, and for us to read it and go, wow, and then to be able to put it out there on screen for others to be inspired, to engage, to look at their life. How do you do that?
Well, to answer your question about my mom, at first, when I look at her, she embodies to me strength.
Yes.
Confidence, the way she weathers situations, the way she goes through life, curves and storms. She maintains a certain kind of strength and confidence in who she is as a woman,
yes,
as a mom,
okay,
you know, and that strength is always like, how are you still able to maintain this mindset or
yes,
that confidence or faith? So that continues to motivate me. In regards to my approach to creativity, yes, and using that, it's hard to explain, because in my mind as a writer, it's like I see the story before I write it.
Wow.
It's all in my mind as one big picture.
Okay.
I can see the finished product before I even write the first word. And so because I can see it, I'm able to just, you know, pen it out. I know what it feels like, what the characters are thinking, what they look like.
Yes.
So when you walk into an audition room, I can say, hey, that's the character right there. That's the actor. So it's like, it's an entire film production in my mind.
So,
right.
It's all laid out in your head already.
It's all laid out already.
It's like the movie screen, like, you know, that thinking sign that we see. And so that's what that is for you. So I wanted to also ask you, because I'm very intrigued in terms of, so seeing the characters, seeing the entire production in your head, I know that you still have to go out and do your research in order to bring your imagination, the story that you have seen there, into full production. Yes.
When it comes to research, when I get stuck, then I need research.
Okay.
In regards to whether it's a topic I'm not really knowledgeable of,
Okay.
maybe I'm writing about a lawyer.
All
I need
right.
to have some sort of knowledge about the law system, right? And what it takes to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
Or a doctor. So in light of that, research, yes. When I get stuck in regards to not having enough information,
Okay.
then I have to kind of research it, go back to flowing with the character and the storyline.
Okay. So being the screenwriter and having to do research, even in a period, like doing a timepiece, that you have to go looking at that era to see what was happening at this time, what the costumes were, what they were wearing, and in terms of even selecting the body of music that will go along
Let's
with your
intertwine,
story.
right.
Yes, yes. And so the intriguing part, I want to ask you that it has to take the excitement to know what you've seen, that you want to. Do you sleep at night
I try
when
to.
you're going through?
I try to. when your creativity is going, it's
Yes.
like you try to reject sleep. Like, let's stay awake, and I can go into the next morning. You know, sometimes into 2 days beyond the next morning, but you gotta sleep in
You
order
gotta
to keep
sleep.
producing.
You have to get your rest. And so even in choosing the right cast to fit the character, how do you go about doing that?
Honestly, the way it normally works, when someone walks into the room,
Yes.
I have an instinct that says, okay, that's my character. That's
Okay.
my, person right there. And sometimes you may not always go with that, but you normally just know.
You normally
As a storyteller and someone who writes and know these characters already, you know when someone just fits.
And so, in creating the plays and doing the whole stage production, what inspired you to start writing plays, to know that this was going to be your stomping ground?
Interestingly, growing up in church, I was always called on to write skits.
Okay.
Coming up in Sunday school, every time there's a Christmas program, there was, Bianca, you're creative. Write this little script about this story in the Bible.
Okay.
And the more I did it, was the more exposure I started to get.
Folks, I need you to really pay attention, because we are going to show you the best trailer ever from Miss Bianca Morgan.
Remember that dream you once told me?
Yes, the one about the sun, moon, the stars all bowing down to me.
You invited your ex-wife to stay here.
Rachel. Rachel.
What is home?
What you have here is the crumbs and my leftovers.
My brothers, all hating me. They believed my father favored me more than them.
You have to forgive them.
Why don't you just do what you're supposed to do?
I was beaten.
You'll never be able to enjoy the fullness of God's blessing if you don't forgive.
So, I want you to tell me what and how you were able to put all of this together, this wonderful production. So tell me how you were able to grab everything and just pull it together and make it the spectacular play that it was.
It was spectacular, indeed.
Yes, it was.
It was really an experience for me as well, all around, just to be such a production that was from start to finish was such a great experience for me personally.
Right.
But in general, how the Dreamer started and came about, it was interesting as I was in a transition in my life.
Yes.
I ended up
Wow.
coming to Jerusalem for a New Year's service, met the man of God, Apostle Thomas.
Yes.
And in that service, he spoke directly to me, thus saith God. And after that, we had the opportunity to sit and communicate. He didn't know me. I did not know him. And in conversating, he definitely said to me, hey, you're a writer? I said, yes. And he said, I need a play. And from that, him saying he needed a play, we ended up conversating about me producing and writing a play and directing it for him. And we went about producing, auditioning, casting,
Yes.
and then comes The Dreamer. We went to about 8 months
Yes.
of production time period. Right.
Yes,
and
it was.
it was truly an amazing experience for myself personally. I still have to go home and reflect at times to be like how much God did in that moment.
Yes.
And just to work with the people on the set, behind the scenes, not to mention the actors, the dedication, their commitment.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. It's such
Wonderful.
a joy. And words can express truly how much that experience has just skyrocketed and just kind of placed me in a place of gratitude.
Amen.
Yes.
And The Dreamer is streaming right now. So tell the folks where they can go and actually watch this.
Yes, The Dreamer is still streaming. They can watch it on One Chance TV. They can find that on onechancestudios.com. It's our studio site, and it's streaming right now for $9.99 on One Chance TV. Where you can watch it.
OneChanceStudios.com and One Chance Studio.
One Chance TV.
One Chance TV. And so if you go to YouTube, just type in One Chance.
You can go to the website. It'll be there.
Go to the website at onechancestudios.com. So tell me a little bit about The Dreamer. What was the pull? Because I'm excited because I already know everything about it, but I want to share with the audience exactly what it fully captured for someone to say, I need to go take a look at this, because you truly do.
Yeah. It captures dreamers,
Yes.
people who has a dream or something they're hoping and believe in God for, whether it's just in life or just attaining to anything great.
Yes.
And it highlights what we will go through, that
The
process,
challenges.
the challenges,
Yes.
and knowing that despite those challenges, you can still arrive, you can still overcome.
Despite.
And so it's a story for dreamers.
Okay. Go to onechancestudios.com and pull up The Dreamer, because I'm telling you, if you're stuck anywhere, this is the play. This is the story that will jumpstart you back into where you need to be. And so, Sister Bianca,
Yes.
please tell me, what else do you have working on right now?
Currently, we're in production. We're getting ready to release our first web series.
All right.
And
When?
it's entitled Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yes, it premieres tomorrow on February 22nd on One Chance TV YouTube channel.
It premieres tomorrow. It premieres Monday, February 22nd, and it is a web series. It's going to be playing every Monday.
Every Monday at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please tune in to Family Matters. Tell me what it is about.
It's about family.
It's about family.
But it's just about a family trying to come together in this recent upheaval of a pandemic.
Wow.
Where the world has come to a standstill and sort of forced us to look within and look around us.
Yes.
In our homes, beside us on the couch.
And the fact that we're stuck together.
Right.
That we can't go anywhere. So why not deal with the issues at hand?
Right.
And
the core being family.
And the core being family and taking care, because believe it or not, this is healing time.
Yeah.
This is healing time for all
Certainly.
of us. And so we have to look at ourselves and find out some things about ourselves, the good and the not so good, the pretty and the not so pretty.
Slow down.
Slow down and deal with it. And
So glad you're all here. Well, almost everyone. However, I'm just so happy to have us all together again.
It doesn't matter what it is. All I want to know, Emily, is what it is you're trying to accomplish here.
No, I just thought it'd be a really good idea for us to come together again. And when I say together, I mean all of us together, like it used to be.
Emily, things are broken beyond repair and there's just no fixing it.
Are you talking about all of us or just you and me?
Shelly, piss off. I'm not here to do this with you today, all right?
It just breaks my heart how bad and toxic things have become.
Shut up, Shelly. Shut the hell up.
Taya, who the hell do you think you're talking to? I am still your older sister. No.
Don't call me sister.
But everything this family has gone through is because of you. All of our issues right now is because of you.
Man, what's really good?
Mama is dead
Pop
because
off
of
then,
you.
pop off.
Guys, I miss us happening to our family. Now I'm more certain than ever. This family does not mean the same to you as it meant to me.
Family Matters is going to be streaming on One Chance.
One Chance TV, that's YouTube, on YouTube.
So Bianca, based on what I have seen and how I've seen you work and the body of work that you've produced thus far, I want you to encourage someone. I want you to tell somebody out there why it is meaningful for them to still carry on, no matter what.
Right, yes. Definitely, to all the dreamers out there, this is an opportunity to speak to you as one myself. I would encourage you, or my encouragement would be to you, is that never give up on your dreams. Whatever God has said to you, whatever he has told you, hold on to that word. It's not about the storm or the hindrances or the challenges. Those things only come to push you forward, propel you forward if you don't quit, if you do not give up. So if God has given you a dream or a word, no matter what the storm, as he said to Peter, come, step out in faith, trust God, and don't give up. What it takes to continue to thrive in this time, even during a pandemic, is to keep creating. Don't stop. As a creative, you have to keep producing in order to keep moving, to keep progressing. Just keep that part of you alive. Continue to trust God and keep the faith.
That's right. And as we always say, we don't know everything, but everyone knows something. So here we have the lovely Bianca Morgan telling you, do not stop. You have a dream to fulfill. You have a purpose that's on the inside of you. And it is your opportunity every given second, every given day to make sure that it's happening. So here we are. We're sending you a word of encouragement that whoever you are out there, that dream is still on the inside of you. And you have to bring it out. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you for having me, Pastor Maureen.
Thank you, and it was a blessing. Living today, folks. Goodbye until next time.